Hi everyone, I'm meteorologist Rusty McCranie, and welcome to Weather Express. Your weather in 5 minutes. Start the clock. Friends, we have two storm systems, one along the west coast, another one plaguing the eastern part of the United States. Both of them are problematic for various reasons, and we'll get into that. You're looking at the broad perspective here. We have what we call an omega pattern in place. It's an omega block, trough in the west, ridge in the central United States, trough back in the east. It means the central United States is mainly going to be dry, especially central northern plains, western Great Lakes. So all the activity is going to kind of be along both coasts, although that storm system is now moving into the Four Corners area, and that's an interesting one. This broad area of low pressure in the Tennessee Valley right now is spinning around, bringing some showers and storms to places like Louisville, Charleston, West Virginia. Again, not moving much, so some areas of heavy rain there. And then we just see this activity spreading off towards the east. We're tapping into the moisture just off the coastal waters of the Atlantic, so some pretty heavy rain for Baltimore, D.C., Philly, towards New York City. That'll spread into Boston. Temperatures mainly in the 50s and 60s. Just an overall wet day. No real severe weather here outside of a few severe thunderstorms possible near that area of low pressure there. Portions of Ohio, Kentucky, and back into southwest sides of West Virginia. We've actually had some active weather today as the front has extended back down into the southern sides of Florida. We've had numerous severe thunderstorm warnings here towards the Miami, Fort Lauderdale area. I'll put those current warnings into play right now, and you can see those storms developing right along the coast. Anywhere that you see red polygons, those are severe thunderstorm warnings. And again, West Palm, Fort Lauderdale, Miami. Main threats up to 60-mile-an-hour winds and some very small hail, but gusty winds and a lot of heavy rain and lightning. Again, quiet so far in the plains. This will change, though, in the coming days with this massive area of low pressure spinning over the Four Corners. Now, this is a very interesting system because, first of all, again, there's a lot of moisture with this. We actually have some active severe storms in portions of New Mexico, and then in the higher elevations of the San Juan Mountains and the southern mountains of Utah, we're actually going to get a lot of snow, and I mean more than a foot in some areas. Current watches that are into play right now, you have a severe thunderstorm watch for the southeast side of New Mexico and portions of West Texas as well. When I bring back on the radar and we look at the current warnings, we actually have a few thunderstorm warnings right near the Albuquerque area towards Santa Fe and just north. There's going to be a lot of wind, and then there's the potential for some very heavy rainfall in this area as well, so we'll have to watch out for that. This is the excessive rainfall threat, which is actually into the eastern sides of New Mexico. And to wrap it all up, when we look at the risk for severe storms for today, again, it's highest where we have that watch, including Roswell, into the western sides of Texas. Some activity will spread into the Panhandle as well, but look at the general risk for showers and storms through most of the Intermountain West. I mean, we have what's going to be a lot of rain and storms and some higher elevation snow. So those are the advisories that you see. And again, just to get into this, Durango, Telluride, San Juan Mountains, more than 10 inches of snow in some areas, and then into the southern mountains of south central and southwest Utah, we're looking at winter weather advisories for more than 10 to 15 inches of snow in some spots. Let's get into the models here. I'm going to begin with our HRRR model, bring that up for you guys, and loop this up. Now again, two massive storms to talk about. We'll start off east. This will eventually just kind of fade a bit as it actually spirals north and east. Now, there could be generalized thunderstorms the next couple of days in the Ohio Valley in the northeast, isolated severe storms, but nothing that's going to be extremely organized with that mid-level rotation that could still spark some storms all the way back down towards Florida. But the bigger storm system is going to be the one here in the Four Corners. This area of low pressure is just going to be spinning like a top. Again, higher elevation snow. Some of that will spread up into Wyoming and portions of the Big Sky Country. And then on the warm side of the storm system, you get waves of energy and now more active weather kicking back into portions of Texas and into Oklahoma. So another severe weather threat will develop here. We could see some isolated tornadoes. There's going to be some rotation, some very large 2 to 3 inch size hail, and some very gusty winds. So the risk for tomorrow is even higher, back down to West Texas, including Midland, but the slight risk goes all the way towards Lubbock, Abilene, just west of Dallas-Fort Worth, but the Midland area, again, an enhanced risk as 3 out of 5. And then 2 days out, it does shift farther to the south and east, Waco, Bryan towards Houston. But again, still could be a lot of storms here and the opportunity for some excessive rainfall. When we look at the precip outlook for you guys here of the rain, again, you're going to see a lot of areas here in the gray and towards that pink. That's 5-6 inches of rain here. And it's, it's a lot of Texas and Louisiana, portions of Arkansas. And then you look up here and friends, that's not a lot of rain. That's a fair amount of snow. As I mentioned here, you get into the southern sides of Colorado towards Durango and Telluride. And can you believe that some of the ridge tops, it's not some of the populated areas, but the model has some of the ridge tops over 2 feet of snow, right? Utah, again, there's that 10 inches. Massive, massive storm system for this time of the year to bring a lot of heavy snow. Areas that typically see it, but not this deep into spring. Friends, I'm out of time. I appreciate you making Weather Express a part of your daily routine. Thank you for liking and subscribing. That really helps out the channel. We'd love to hear from you guys. Let me know where you're viewing from. Have a great rest of your day, and I'm back tomorrow with your latest 5-minute forecast.